New year, a new you, right? You know the common resolutions, eating healthier, getting fit. But what about finding a job this year? Well, today there's this brand new law that could make it harder to collect unemployment. Instead of applying for 2 jobs a week, people collecting unemployment will now have to apply for 5 jobs a week. WFMY News 2's Ben Powell found supporters saying this will help our economy and critics calling the law unreasonable.
Yeah, Frank, the idea is simple. More job applications increases the chances to get hired, and that means fewer taxpayer dollars spent on unemployment benefits. But are lawmakers pushing too hard?
Having to do several interviews a week, who's going to do that? And how can you do that?
We need people out there getting jobs and being competitive for jobs.
A new year and a fresh new debate. A new law about unemployment benefits has some people fired up.
It's just not a reasonable, feasible thing to do.
Unemployment comes from taxpayers. So people who are getting paid for not working isn't good for our economy.
Starting this year, people who file for unemployment benefits have to apply for at least 5 jobs per week. Previously, only 2 were required. State Senator Joyce Kravick says the law will help the economy, cut down on fraudulent claims, and also give people the extra push to get back to work.
Most people just want a job. They don't really want a benefit check. So the goal of this was to try to accomplish that by improving our economy, for one thing, giving businesses the tools that they need.
But not everyone agrees. Representative Gladys Robinson from Guilford County voted against the bill.
This new law is punitive against the people who really want to work. The law previously said they had to report twice, and now it says 5 times, and that's ridiculous.
Most of the unemployment checks are paid for by business taxes, but taxpayers like you and me contribute to the pot of money that funds unemployment. Now, Frank, lawmakers expect it to save businesses over $500 million over the next 2 years.
And that's not all. This law also has some built-in security measures. It gives the state more power to crack down on fraudulent attempts to collect unemployment. Another law in effect now in North Carolina, this hotly contested voter ID law. We've been talking about this for years. Now it is officially on the books and active. Once early voting begins for the March 15th primary, most voters will have to show photo identification to vote in person. Lawsuits challenging this requirement are still making their way through the court system. In the meantime, a judge has ruled the law can indeed take effect. You can find a list of all the 23 new state laws on our website. Just head to WFMYnews2.com. 2016 already different, and the weather department, if for no other reason, not warm, not raining, but dry and cold now, Grant.
Yeah, really starting to feel more like wintertime, kind of Mother Nature's New Year's resolution. That's to get the temperatures back on track. That's the first thing. Tomorrow, I think we get the sunshine back. We had cloud cover through a good majority of the day, a few peaks of sun, and right before sunset, we started to see some clearing out to the west. We are looking to the west. The clearing is coming more from the north. This is our Winston-Salem sky cam, though. So clearing as we go into the overnight, but much cooler today. Going to last week, we had temperatures in the mid-70s. Today, 50 was the best that we could do. Still slightly warmer than the average high temperature of 48 degrees. This morning we were at 43, but we're going to be cooling pretty quickly tonight, especially as those skies continue to clear. Look up to the north and west. Already seeing 30s over the mountains. Boone at 33, 43 degrees in Wilkesboro, 47 in Winston-Salem, and 48 degrees in Greensboro. Temperatures, though, across the area a good 10 to 15 degrees colder than 24 hours ago. Here comes the clearing skies, but we're going to get rather chilly as we go into the weekend. That full forecast coming right up.
Well, despite improving weather conditions, the town of Denton is still under this state of emergency due to the flooding we've seen. Rainwater washed away this section of road that created a massive sinkhole. The water main was exposed. The water was off for a while, but it's now back on for everyone in this area except for one neighbor who doesn't have water. But the DOT says crews won't begin fixing this road until Monday. A man in Mebane is in jail accused of killing a young mom with a baseball bat. Police arrested 35-year-old Marshall Pascal, who they say hit 21-year-old Sarah Huber with a baseball bat during a fight last night. She died as EMS was rushing her to the hospital. Pascal now charged with first-degree murder, assault on a female, and assault on a law enforcement officer. and he's in jail on no bond. Police arrested a suspect in a crime at the scene, or arrested someone at that scene of the crime we just talked about. But several 2015 murder cases remain unsolved, and loved ones say those wounds can't begin to heal until they have answers. WFMY News 2's Jessica Minch found there are as many unsolved murders as solved ones in Greensboro.
And Frank, of the 24 Greensboro homicides in the past year, half have arrests. But in 12 cases, families still have no idea who killed their loved one. I spoke with a family today still waiting for answers in the October killing of 35-year-old Michael Lovett.
He's gone. There's nothing we can do about it. At all. Person pulled the trigger for no reason.
It's been 3 months since Anthony Lovett lost his father. The 12-year-old is one of 3 kids spending their first holiday season without their dad.
I came up with a solution to help me through the Christmas holidays. If I feel upset, I'll pull out my phone and I'll text my dad. I know he can't read it, but it helps me.
Michael Lovett crashed his car into a utility pole in October after he was shot. While the Lovetts worked to pick up the pieces of a broken family, the police worked to piece together clues.
I feel whoever did this should pay for it. Nobody deserves this. Nobody at all.
But justice can be a hard thing to come by. According to the Greensboro Police Department, 12 murders from 2015 remain unsolved. All the Lovetts can do is wait.
And even though the case will close eventually, this will always be an open wound. Always.
The head of GPD Criminal Investigation says of the 12 unsolved murder, 2 have no leads. Those are the killings of Asia Brown and her 2-year-old son Ashton, who were found dead in the trunk of Asia's car in February after it had been lit on fire. GPD says all of the unsolved murders from 2015 are still being investigated, but they need your help. Now, Frank, if you have any information involving a crime, people can you can phone in any anonymous tips to Crime Stoppers at 336-373-1000.
Yeah, that number is quite critical. We posted a full summary of the unsolved murders from 2015 on WFMYnews2.com. From the stage to the TV screen, Hollywood lost 2 stars last night. Singer-songwriter Natalie Cole died from congestive heart failure. Cole was the daughter of iconic crooner Nat King Cole. Natalie herself won 9 Grammys in her career for songs like This Will Be and Unforgettable. Natalie had battled drug addiction and hepatitis C. She was 65 years old. And MASH fans will remember Wayne Rogers, who played Trapper John on the iconic 70s television show MASH. Rogers died last night due to complications from pneumonia. Rogers' Trapper John character was said to be inspired by a Greensboro surgeon. Rogers was 82. On a brighter note, who doesn't want to start the new year with millions in their bank account? The Mega Millions and Powerball drawings are worth nearly $500 million combined. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot, $130 million. Saturday's Powerball currently at $334 million. So someone's going to win or might win, and why not you, right? So if you do win, 24/7 Wall Street has a list of 12 things not to do, such as forget to sign the ticket or tell everyone you know you won. To prepare yourself for the winnings, we've posted that list on WFMYnews2.com. And as you plan your financial future, don't let thieves ruin your child's financial future. All a thief needs is your child's social security number, and they can open up credit card accounts, sign up for utilities, even rent an apartment. The new way you can protect your child's identity next. And if you're looking for love in all the wrong places, 2016 could be your year. Starting online this Sunday, why it's been dubbed Dating Sunday and what to watch for.
Frank Mickens, Julie Luck. You're watching WFMY News 2 at 6.
Identity theft really is a violating crime. Essentially, someone assumes your identity, steals your money, and damages your credit. In 2014 alone, 12.7 million adults had their identities stolen. Even scarier, thieves opened up credit in the name of 736,000 kids. Thieves target children's financial identities because they're a clean slate, and it'll be a long time before your child tries to apply for credit, meaning the fraud can go undetected for years. So with that in mind, it's Starting today, North Carolina offering a new way to protect your child from identity theft. The credit bureaus will now allow you to create a credit report for your child and freeze it immediately. So that way, if a crook gets your child's info and they want to open up a credit card or some line of credit, they won't be able to do it. The only way to unfreeze it is to have your permission. The state attorney general's office pushed the bureaus to offer this service.
The children, you have to fill out their social security number for camps or various at school for different activities. And so little by little, their social security number and private information gets out to the public.
Well, the cost to freeze your child's credit, $5. Not too bad. Security experts say parents can also protect their kids' identity by limiting what they share on social media. Cyber thieves can do some damage with just the kid's name and their birthday. We'll link you to the information on how you can set up your child's report and then freeze it on WFMYnews2.com. As a way to kickstart a healthy, active new year, the North Carolina State Park System offered first-day hikes today. The program is now in its 5th year. People getting the chance to connect with family and nature through free guided hikes at parks across our state. And we caught up with some people enjoying a hike at the Mayo River State Park in Mayodan.
You know, in places where you don't really get to see the beauty of your home state or the place that you live, it's a great way to get out and experience what's out there.
Yeah, it gets the kids real tired too. They get good naps. This year's hikes are extra special as the State Park System celebrates 100 years. The 2016 Centennial Celebration continues throughout 2016. All right, new year, perhaps a new car? If you want to celebrate the new year with a snazzy new set of wheels, today would be your day. TrueCar.com predicting today, the first day of the year, will offer the deepest discounts for the entire year. Almost 9% off the retail price, and some of the sales are going on through the weekend. But you don't want to procrastinate. Reports are saying March 3rd, the worst day to buy a car, so be aware of that. If you're single and ready to do something about that, Sunday might be your day. Match.com dubbing it as Dating Sunday in honor of the busiest online dating sign-up season between Christmas and Valentine's Day. You know, you're asking, okay, why Sunday? Dating trends show more people log on to dating websites on Sunday evening, so best wishes. But we're going to move on. Rather, we're not going to move on before this warning from 2 Wants to Know on this topic. The FBI says the fraud cost users on these dating sites, or fraud cost users more than $200 million in $80 million last year. And sad to say, many of the victims are senior citizens getting back into the dating pool. To protect yourself, beware of frequent spelling errors, fake photos, and be especially cautious if anyone asks for money. Here's a look at what we're working on for tonight's 11 o'clock newscast. This new gas tax, or the savings you get, the 1 cent you save, sounds great, but 2 Wants to Know wants to see if you're really saving from that change. I mean, 1 cent's not a lot, but are you even getting that?
I'll take it. I'm picking up pennies everywhere. Do it.
Go for it, brother. Go for it.
Lucky pennies is how I view it. Hey, 50 out there tomorrow. We're seeing temperatures down around freezing for the next few nights, though. Next week, much cooler. Highs on Tuesday, only at 39 degrees.
Ouch!
But it's sunny. It's sunny.
Okay. All right. Glass half full.
Right.
Have a good evening. We'll see you at 11 o'clock.
The news is brought to you by Green Ford in Greensboro, serving the Triad for over 40 years.